have 2 to 4 minutes to live, but every time you breathe, it resets.
That doesn't make any
Oh my...
Fun fact of the day. Did you know that penguins can actually fly if they're thrown hard enough? Just like children.
Mind-blowing story time. Did you know some people poop once a week? I didn't know that. I was talking to my friend, and we were talking about poops, as you do. And she was like, yeah, I poop maybe once, maybe twice a week. And everyone in the room was like, what the fuck? We all just sat there, we were like, that's not healthy. So we went to the old Google, and we looked it up. And wow, that's not normal. It's perfectly fine. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, oh, she probably doesn't eat that much. And while she doesn't eat, like, a lot, she has her square meals. So my fucking question is, what the fuck? There are people who just naturally poop once a week? I'm 2, maybe 3 times a day. If I have fucking milk, it's many times. What do you do with all that free time? You could rule the world. You freaks of nature.
We need to get to Quick Trip, get some dip, go on back to the office, be done with everything for today.
Hey, fun fact of the day.
We're driving. You know what? Wolverine can't get circumcised. How do you like that fun fact for today?
There's approximately 5.25 million people in Scotland.
Okay.
There's also approximately 600 million cats in the world. So if all of the cats decided to invade Scotland, each Scot would have to fight off 114 cats. Welcome home from work, babe.
I don't know what to do with this information.
Fun fact. Yes, I am in the U.S. Army, but spelled backwards. It says, yes, my retarded ass signed up. It's 9:30, and I went to work at 5 o'clock.
Basically, all you have to do on TikTok is just like, say fuck it. I don't care if this is entertaining, or even if it makes sense, I don't care. I'm gonna post this. So that's what I did, and it's working, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
Fun fact, cats don't have to, nor did they used to meow. They started imitating babies when they realised that they got what they wanted when they cried, so that's why your cat meows now.
Okay, so imagine being completely naked in a room filled with people that talk all different languages, and all they want to do is touch you. That, my friend, is the life of a dog.
Serial killer fun facts, part 3. Duranhel Vargas killed and ate at least 10 people. He would only eat men because he said their meat tasted better than women. He said women tasted like flowers and men tasted like barbecue and ham. He also wouldn't eat overweight people because he said they contained too much cholesterol.
Welcome to New York City Fun Fact Fridays. There are over 6,000 skyscrapers in New York City. City Bike, which is one of the ways to get around, is not owned by Citibank. It's actually owned by Lyft. Parking on the street in Manhattan is expensive. It's $4 for 1 hour or $10.75 for 2. Since the 1920s, the average cost of a slice of pizza has stayed in line with the cost of a subway ride. Thanks for joining us. Check us next Friday for more fun facts about New York City.
You probably think that the top CEOs get paid millions of dollars a year, but one of the richest men in the world, Jeff Bezos, gets paid $81,840 a year in salary. Put that in perspective, he makes $149,353 per minute. That's per minute from his stock in Amazon alone. The salary he gets paid from Amazon, relatively speaking, means absolutely nothing to him.
Fun trucking facts with Squid! Have you ever come up on 2 trucks side by side traveling down the interstate and it just doesn't seem like one is going to ever pass the other? Well, there's a reason for this, and it's not because one's the asshole. Insurance companies regulate trucking companies' speed on their trucks to lower their premiums. Not all companies' speed on their trucks are the same as the other companies. One truck might be 69 miles an hour, the other one might be 68 miles an hour. Ergo, you have a position battle for first. Just because that guy who owns his truck is going 95 miles an hour down the interstate and blows your doors off, does not mean a company driver will be able to do that. So next time, please be a little bit more understanding and don't flip us off as you're passing by or jump in front of us and cut us off. We can't control it. The more you know.
Guess what? Your nipples are older than your teeth. That's all.
So I was doing some research on some more superhero facts, and this fact deserves its own TikTok. So Marvel once collaborated with Planned Parenthood on a Spider-Man comic that discourages teens from having unprotected sex. This is the comic, The Amazing Spider-Man vs. The Prodigy. But this is where things get dicey. You look at Spider-Man holding onto the helicopter, but read this. This hardly contributes to my jet setter image, but I have to know where this bird is headed. Again, remember the message of this comic is to discourage teens from having unprotected sex. So let's read that over again. Woo, Spider-Man! This hardly contributes to my jet setter image, but I have to know where this bird is headed. And me.
I'm waiting for my car to warm up, so I'm gonna provide more insight on how lit Carmichael parties are, because I realized the description I gave last night at 11:30 was not a good description at all. Thanks, tired brain. So the Carmichael estate is huge, like Wayne Manor type of huge. And for those who want to know what it looks like stylistically, Google the Van Dusen Mansion in Minnesota. That's what it kind of looks like. Anyways, besides the offices and all of like the important stuff, all of that's locked. But other than that, the whole house is open. The ball pit room especially is open. Not only do the Carmichaels throw parties and invite other mob bosses, but they also throw parties for the people who work for the Carmichael family. Spouses and children included. Like, her backyard is open, it's decorated to the nines. The food is all catered, there's good alcohol, like the music, DJ, hell yeah, dude. No one is ever bored at a Carmichael party.
Rat facts. True hairless rats look and feel like a scrotum. A ball sack with legs. Look at this little ball sack goblin. Look at her. So precious.
Crazy marine biology fact of the day. So, my favorite animals are sea slugs, also called nudibranches. They're really cute, really pretty, and fucking weird. So, the way they reproduce is they're both hermaphroditic, which means they have boy organs and girl organs. And so what they'll do is they'll find one, and once they find each other, they'll sprout penile swords and literally joust. And whichever one gets stabbed in the head first gets impregnated and has all the baby sea slugs, and then the dad leaves her because he's going out for sea slug milk and never comes back, and she has to have a bunch of babies on her own. He goes and fucks some other sea slug bitch and stabs her with his penile sword. So yes, that's how sea slugs mate. It's fascinating, disturbing, and so different from us, so hopefully this is interesting to you.
Okay, I've realized something very important. The kids of the next generation are not listening or watching High School Musical. How do we expect these kids to develop if they don't even know how to bop to the top?
Fun fact, right? If you get every single vein from your body and put them on the floor and stretch them out as far as you can, you would die.
She doesn't know. Let's ask it a different way. Alexa, what was used before toilet paper was invented?
Before toilet paper was invented, people used newsprints, paper catalog pages in early U.S.
Wow.
Hey guys, your FedEx girl here. Just to let you guys know, us drivers, we have no idea where your packages are at. We just deliver them. And yes, Karen, your package is gonna be running late due to the fact that you didn't pay for express shipping. You cheap bitch.
Okay, well, I got a Star Wars fact for you. If Wookiee's lifespan is 400 years old, then Han Solo is basically Chewbacca's third dog.
Fun fact, these are not the primary colors. This is. So is magenta and cyan. The reason is, you can not really make magenta, cyan, or yellow out of any of the primary colors. But you can make all of them out of these. To prove this, I'll be making red out of magenta and yellow. green out of yellow and cyan, and blue out of magenta and cyan. And as you can see, all of the colors were made using these. I used Sharpies corresponding with these just to prove that elementary school lied to you guys. Sorry.
Little fun fact about me, I code, and I recently made an algorithm that takes all the online news stuff from the last week and it puts it together into like one sentence that really shows you the truth, shows you what happened so you don't fall for fake news. And I just made it run through all the news cycle and this is what came up. Let's just hear it.
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
Huh.
Fun fact of the day. So I've only had it confirmed twice, but whenever you have videos that get reported, especially the ones for no reason, whenever you are submitting your appeal for your video, you can request in the appeal that TikTok blocks the account that reported your video from your account. And I've had a confirmation once where they responded and said, yes, we did block this user, because they can't tell you who it is, because somebody crazy could go like, oh, well, I'm gonna go do something about it. But you can ask that, since we can't see who reports us, you can ask, please block this user from my account and give me my video back, because I didn't mess anything up. But yeah, just letting y'all know.
Hey yo, old person check. If you were born anywhere between 94 and 99.
I am old.
How old are you?
I'm my grandmother.
Hey! Don't go anywhere! I'm trying to start a new trend! Hi. So, I want to start a new trend. Instead of story time, truth time. I don't know if that's a thing yet, but I'm gonna make it a thing. So, a random fun fact and or truth about yours truly, Alexandra Moon. I am fucking terrified of revolving doors. Yeah, I know. It's dumb. Literally man in the box. So, when I was 5, I got stuck in a revolving door because somebody got their jacket stuck as we were revolving, and I was stuck in a glass box for 2 fucking hours until the fire department had to come get me out. It fucked me up. So now as an adult, I hate them. I'm terrified of them. If somebody stops it for a moment, I will freak out and start, like, flail arming.
Daily positivity check. Have you ever been like, man, global warming really sucks. I feel you, but there's this couple that put words into actions. This couple moved to Brazil in 2001 and have been planting trees ever since. They got to the point where they have now planted 5 million trees over a 500,000 square foot area. They have saved a total of 172 species of birds, 33 species of mammals, 75 species of amphibious species. That was a weird way to say it. And lastly, took 2 of those animals off the endangered species list. And they are still going today. So long story short, they put the work into motion and they got things going. So yeah, there's people helping saving the world. Just stay positive.
So you know the way you can't go on literally any somewhat old YouTube video without seeing a million of those stupid "is anyone here in 2019" comments? Well, I've got some great news for you. They'll be stopping very soon because it won't be 2019 anymore, it'll be 2020.
So I have a question. So I'm filming in a cemetery today and I come across this. This is a whole nest of honeybees. They've been a part of the cemetery for 60 years and have lived in the bottom of this thing right here for 60 years. It got me thinking. If the bees make the honey from the pollen in the plants in the cemetery, and the plants get their nutrients from the people in the ground, so the question is, if I eat their honey, does that make me a cannibal?
Fun facts about TikTok trends. So we all know the effing mint trend, but this is the F sign in the cell, and if you do this, it means a-hole. So you're signing a-hole at your cars during that trend.
Hey, what? You have 2 to 4 minutes to live, but every time you breathe, it resets. That doesn't make any Oh my!
Today I learned that ponies are not baby horses.
I also learned that almonds grow on trees, and I also learned that the word alphabet comes from the first two letters of the Greek alphabet, alpha, beta.
Did you know that narcissist spelled backwards is asshole? Hey, if they can make shit up, so can we.
Rat facts. Rats can get pregnant as early as 5 weeks old. They are pregnant for around 21 to 23 days, and they can have anywhere from 6 to 20 babies, give or take. It's kind of insane how many rats you can end up with just from an accidental playing for 5 seconds with the opposite gender. Yeah,